Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Instant Replay presented by the ACS Universe. Guys, what's going on?
It's happening.
So before we jump into any scores, news, anything of that nature, let's introduce the hosts.
What's up? I'm PJ. You can find me on Instagram at i.r.pj.
I'm Jonathan. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at i.r.jonathan.
Sloan at getfitwithsloan.com.
And of course, ACS. You can find me on all social media at 2279ACS.
And Instant Replay everywhere.
Yes. All right, you guys. What are y'all's post-football weekend thoughts?
It was a long weekend, man.
Yes. Yeah, it was.
And only 14 games to watch, you know. So 2 Monday night games though. That was a little different.
I'm liking the multi. I like the multi.
Yeah.
You know, multi games during the week.
Yeah. I don't mind that at all. It made me have to get home from work really early.
Yeah.
So I had to work really hard during the day so I can get home in time for the game.
Yeah, the 5 o'clock kickoff yesterday was a little early, but it worked. I mean, I was able to. I had to work. I saw most of it.
We'll talk about that game when we get to it.
Well,
all right, you guys.
All I got is I went to the voting house, put the earpiece in. I watched the game while I was in line getting ready to vote. So I think I had a very productive day.
All right, and so look, we're gonna start this off, jump into a little bit of college real quick. Talk about some of these scores. Obviously, you know, I got a little bit to say about this thing right here. This ugly piece.
So why don't we start with that then?
Hey, we'll start with it. You know,
let's go. Because I watched it.
I'll get to more of that when I start talking about you know, asshole of the week and things of that nature. But yeah, just because you up at halftime don't mean you don't need to make no adjustments. That's what I'm gonna start off saying about that. I personally, I talked to a couple people and I think they need to get Kirby need to go. And people was like, well, who else you gonna get? Or, well, we done been to these championship games and we done did this and that, and we ain't won shit. So we all we got is participation trophies. Since
back up, man. When last time y'all won SEC, man?
Season before last.
Okay, and when last time y'all won national championship?
1980.
Well, look, y'all good for every. I mean, you know, y'all good for every 15, 25, 30 years. So you just got to wait to do. That's all I mean.
Nah, hey.
Well, you know what the problem is? I'll tell you what the problem is. The problem is that for years and years, ever since I've lived down here in the South, because I'll just be honest, we don't pay attention to college football up north.
Yeah.
I moved down to South.
Football up north.
We play football, but we don't play college football.
Y'all play basketball up north. All your best basketball players come from up north.
Most of the NFL is from like New Jersey and Pennsylvania.
Now it's lacrosse up there. Lacrosse is huge up there now.
Go ahead, PJ.
What I learned down here is how big college football is.
It's huge.
And what I learned is that everybody come July, end of July, August, man, they're looking for them rankings. They want to see what the rankings are.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And the experts always have Georgia 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Always in the top 5. Always. And all the UGA fans come out expecting the SEC, the national championship, and they don't get it. They don't get it. All right, y'all won the SEC a couple years ago?
Yeah.
But that's it, man. Y'all, they pump y'all up so much, and you come crashing down to earth. Coming about October.
Check this out, though. You want to hear an interesting stat, though? Georgia has put more first-round draft picks in the NFL than Alabama.
Well,
on the game, They said last year Georgia put I think about 20 guys in the NFL. Alabama only put 9. Georgia always have had better talent across the table that can play in the NFL.
So think about that. You just said
so
better
then that
talent.
means so coaching, like Anthony said.
Yes, indeed. And you know what? And Kirby's not a bad coach. I think Kirby needs to get up out of the SEC. I just think the team needs a culture change as far as I think Kirby has moved away. You know, what's Georgia been known as running back U for I don't know how many years. That we have since he's been there every single year, steady decline in rushing yards per game, rushing yards per season. He's not when he walks into them kids' living room, he is looking for defensive players because he's a defensive guy, and he hasn't look. And we've always had at least a decent stud at the quarterback position. I mean, going back to Stafford,
have one this year. You don't have one this year.
So what happened to that?
It's just like LSU quarterback.
See what happened to that though. We even for what you could say about Fromm, he could still manage a game. That dude, that Stetson, he can't even see. Balls getting batted all over the field. It just I think they went away from the normal way they used to recruit, and I think the defense is good. They were just on the field the entire game, the entire second half the other night.
You know, I know you just made a point, Stetson. You know what Stetson's problem is, man? His release point is low. Instead of releasing here, he's releasing here. That's why his balls are getting batted down. If you pay attention to what he's doing.
Mechanics, then.
I think
mechanics.
Yep.
But there's plenty of 5'11" quarterbacks in the NCAA.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
But
there's a few of them in the NFL.
Yeah,
one of them went to running like a fool yesterday. We all know about that little kid.
Man, Lil Man
said Georgia.
Lil Man. Here's the thing: Lil Man release point is high because he's a baseball player. He's a baseball thrower. Russell Wilson.
What's up, Matt? Thanks for joining us, Matt.
He's a what you call it, a baseball guy. That those make a difference.
But you know, Kirby does deserve a lot of criticism for that game because the one thing that they were doing was they were running the ball real well in that game, and they just got away from it for some reason.
They tried to make that a hero, the quarterback, and he panicked.
I think Kirby panicked because he got down 2 scores and was like, "We need to make it back. We need to go punch for punch with these guys."
He started.
He didn't have the quarterback to do it.
They didn't have the quarterback to do it, and he started throwing the ball away, and you know they were running the ball great.
Yeah. No, you're right.
And what does running the ball do?
It eats that clock up,
and it opens up the passing game. You know, because that backfield's got to come in a little bit.
But the thing is, and I think he also another part of his panic. I think Kirby he realizing like he ain't got no Nick Chubb and them ain't back there no more, dog. So those cats, Sony Michel and them dudes ain't in the backfield no more. Like that's what I'm saying. The running back, the offensive recruiting, I don't think is as good as it's been 3 or 4 years ago, seasons ago anyway. And he's just. I just think they need a culture change, and if that's what happens, because look, watch what's going to happen for the rest of the season. We probably won't lose another regular season game, and then we'll get to the SEC championship and get clapped up again by like Alabama or somebody. Like
you got to play Florida. You got to play Florida.
Yeah, we still got to play Florida, which
that's what it's going to come down to. Is that the SEC East, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's going to come down to Florida and Georgia.
Yeah, I think we'll still, like I said, I think we'll still make it to the SEC championship. But once we get there.
Who's going to be Alabama in the West? Nobody.
You got Kentucky coming up next week. You think that's going to be a cakewalk?
No, I don't think any of the games going. This is the SEC. I don't think any of the games going to be a cakewalk. But
wait a minute. What happened to damn Ole Miss against Arkansas after they put up down there 4 million yards?
Here we go, Matt. Matt. Hey, my buddy Matt in the chat right there. He's a big old.
Ole Miss?
Going back down there in Mississippi, man. Don't come up on here.
I'm trying to find them on here. Hold up, this Texas A&M. Yeah, Mississippi. Yeah, that didn't.
Man, I couldn't believe Ole Miss laid a goose egg. That boy was, that kid was in the zone against Alabama. He forgot everything.
Well,
man, he threw a lot of nice passes. But they were to they were to Arkansas guys, man. I mean, pick six. I think he had 2 pick sixes or something.
Yeah.
He lit up the scoreboard.
And you got Kentucky, Tennessee, like you was talking about PJ Kentucky. None of these teams are a cakewalk. I don't care what that record says. 2-2. That's that is what it is. South Carolina over Auburn, 30-22. This
Notre Dame. Ole Miss quarterback had 6 interceptions.
Then you saw North Carolina got basically skull drugged.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
there was a lot of high hopes for them this year too.
But that game actually, the score is not indicative of how the game really went. Those were mop up points in that game.
Oh yeah, mop up points.
Yeah, those were mop up points, man. Then check this out. Miami looked good against Pitt, but boy, they were talking all that smack. Prior to Clemson, it got ran out of the damn stadium.
He's a Mississippi State fan.
Mississippi State. Okay, okay.
Mississippi State fan.
There's one score in there. It looks like I don't even know what it looks like. It looks like
Clemson, Georgia Tech. Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Clemson versus the Georgia Tech band. It had to have been the band out there playing.
You're terrible, PJ.
Yeah.
You're terrible.
And of course, as we round off.
Wait, keep scrolling down. What's at the bottom of that page? Keep scrolling all the way to the bottom. What's that?
Yeah, you trying to look at all that, man.
I'm sorry.
You better stop that. You're going to get in trouble at home. Your wife peeping in the back of that little camera in the back.
Really, though, at the bottom here, what about these postponed games?
Yeah, that's what I was just about to talk about.
You want to talk about filling the swamp, flooding the swamp, or whatever you said?
Man, leave that Trump supporter alone, man. He talking about drain the swamp. He got the swamp all he want now. Got that wrong.
Yeah, he did get it. Karma, that's what they call that.
He wanted 90,000 people in the stands. Yeah, he got all he want.
Oh yeah, he did. Yes, he did. After they played, yep. Yeah, because he didn't like the fact that they let all them fans in Texas A&M last week, and they couldn't even. You know what? Matter of fact, they couldn't operate the offense with 25% capacity or whatever it was. If they had 100% capacity, they score would have been really, really ugly last week. But yeah, so LSU, Florida postponed, Cincinnati, Tulsa, Oklahoma State, Baylor all postponed. I think the only common date between Florida and LSU for them to redo that game is like the second week of December. So that's like the week before, or I guess the Saturday before the SEC championship game. So I don't know what they're gonna do about that. Yeah,
they might move it back.
Yeah, they might have to. Well, I don't know. See, does that mess with their college? Well, how they give them all that time for those midterms and things of that nature. So
man, you know what? Don't start all that talking about students and all that kind of stuff, man.
NCAA rules, man.
Man, but hey, we pretend it's NCAA rules. Let's get that straight now. I was once part of that machine. I know how it works.
So yeah, we'll round out the college, man. That's my final thoughts. Just I let him finish the season, but I think his in a year or two. With me and PJ, we talked about it the other day where I was like, Alabama's defense isn't even that good this year. Uh-oh. Like we should have been able to do some things, man. This was the perfect spot, and we still got straight smashed on. Who you talking to?
Yeah, and now this week coming up, man. We got Big Ten starting.
Yep, Big Ten is starting.
So what Matt's at.
Number 5. How? But okay.
Yeah. You see what Matt's asking in the chat.
Yeah, I'm about to throw it up. Yeah, we say, do you think they will let some of these teams in the playoff that season started super late and have been? They act like they are, because they jumped Ohio State into the rankings at number 5, just off rip number 5, and they hadn't done anything thus far as the rest of these teams have played 3-4 games. So yeah, I think
we'll see any packed teams in there.
No.
But yeah, I mean, you might see an Ohio State sneak in.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All depends on how the rest of the season shakes out.
And even any of the Big Ten schools, I think that conference, even like Michigan, they go in there and they put some thumping on some people. They might get in it, but it's fair. But you talking about Pac? Nah.
Michigan still got to play Ohio State. So
yeah. Well, that's what I meant by if they do thump somebody, that's the only person that matters. They thump probably. They probably can not win any games all season and beat Ohio State at the end. And they'll be like, hey, y'all can get on up in there because.
that's only going to matter to one person. There's only one person that has that game circled this season.
Harbaugh?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, considering the fact that they just opened the Big Ten and then Ohio State's just automatically number 5, which is kind of wild right now. I mean, no disrespect to Ohio State because I'm sure that the team is probably fire because they always are, but still, you jump to number 5 and they hadn't barely had like 6 practices. Or whatever.
You think Harbaugh's done this season if he doesn't beat Ohio State? Think they're going to fire his ass?
Yeah, well, considering the circumstances of the season, though, I don't know, man. It's different when you look at Georgia and you say, if at the end of the season they get rid of Kirby, because we've been able to play damn near the full season. So I don't know. They might keep him around, but that's our Sloan on the phone over there in the corner. All right, so let's jump right into the NFL. You know how we do. We go through the scores as we get to each game. We'll talk about the news that correlates with each game.
Mentions and stuff. Well,
here we go.
Come on, Sloan.
So, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So of course, no Thursday night game because we had a Tuesday night game last week.
I gotta get back. All right. Bye-bye. What's up, guys? Sorry about that. Had a little emergency there.
Hey, who was it last Tuesday? It was Tennessee and Buffalo, right? Last Tuesday's game, Tennessee and Buffalo.
Yeah.
So we did that.
It was the makeup COVID game.
Yeah. Tennessee. I mean, it's not right here on the scores, obviously, because it was from week 5 or whatever, but. Tennessee out here looking like you really just don't even have to practice that much to come in and thump because they
practice on one day.
Yeah, one day of practice and a team
how many practices did they have?
1.
Let's just remember that, okay?
Well, we know how many practices y'all had, Jonathan. Me and PJ done talked about it.
Well, how many practices? Who is y'all, Jonathan?
No, we're talking about the Titans Bills.
Anyway, Titans come in and did their thing last Tuesday, like first Tuesday night game in quite some time. It was they played well. I'll put it like that, and we got to see I should have pulled it up here. The infamous just let me throw you off into the crowd because you came at me high when you should have been low. But
no, you know what he did wrong? When a guy's stiff on, you're supposed to knock the arm down and then go into the body. He couldn't do that.
No, because he was on his back.
But you know
that. Gosh, there's so many funny memes, man.
That was Josh Norman. Norman, he always get victimized. He always get victimized.
Yeah, getting out here getting just straight thrown around. Yeah.
I really enjoyed all those memes, though.
Yeah, the memes were funny, and the clowning that they did on him the day after the game was, from the first sports show that started, probably, I didn't even hear it, Keyshawn them's radio show at 6 a.m., I guarantee you they were clowning him all the way until, what's his name, SVP had his midnight show on ESPN. I probably saw that replay, I don't know, 200-300 times that day. But
dude, I went to bed. I went to bed that night after the podcast, and I was sitting in bed looking at Instagram.
Yeah,
and it was all memes of that stuff.
Somebody else got jacked like that too. I forgot what game it was. I think it was a Monday night game this past week. A running back got a guy trying to tackle him, and he just got trucked. I saw a quarterback, Josh Allen, trucked a couple of defensive backs last night.
He's a big dude, man.
Yeah.
Jed.
Oh yeah, Jed. Josh. Yeah, he is.
But so funny. They said he didn't start growing until he got in college. That's why
he went to junior college. He grew 4 inches.
What? Isn't he like 6'5", 237 or something crazy like that?
Yeah.
But he's big and he's athletic. But you know what his biggest problem is, man? He has bad mechanics. He has such a strong arm. He never followed through with his throws. That's why sometimes he misses a lot of throws too.
He doesn't move his lower body.
Nope.
No, he doesn't.
He's all arm. And I'm gonna tell you, as he gets older, it's gonna catch up with him. It's going to catch up with you.
All right, so let's jump in. Let's start it off. Week 6, Bears, Panthers. Bears fucking 5-1, man. Y'all got any thoughts on this game? The Bears defensive line is starting to wake up these last 2 games.
Khalil Mack.
Kind of concerning for your boy, considering we still got to play them dudes twice this year. But so Bears, Panthers. Teddy B, man, he made a couple bad ones. Remember PJ was watching that game. Couple bad throws for Teddy B, man.
Man, come on, Teddy B is running out of time, man. Everybody know he had his time when he was at Minnesota. He missed it, and now he won 5 little games down there with the Saints, and he became the new Messiah. But really, guys like that come in the league in the beginning and they don't do it in the first 5 years of their career, they ain't gonna be resurrected, man. They just fill in the gap, So he had his chance to do it when he's at Minnesota, and then he couldn't do it. That just like Tyrod Taylor, all these other cats that came in. They had a list of quarterbacks that came out during the draft with Baker Mayfield and all those cats, man.
Yeah.
Who's doing the best out of all those quarterbacks? From Louisville, man. Lamar Jackson.
Oh, Lamar Jackson.
Yeah. I was talking to one of my guys, right? And I said, you know what the argument is? Lamar Jackson went to a perfect team. He went to a team that already had established front office, great owner,
good coach.
Yeah.
Great coach.
Yep.
Yeah, Arthur Newsom was the GM when he came there.
Running game, tight ends. Yeah.
Right. So then when they add all them Oklahoma boys, it made the team even better. It's true. It's true.
But yeah, the Panthers fall to 3-3. Bears 5-1. I think I don't know if this loss is going to make them speak, because I think if they would have won this game, they would have let Christian McCaffrey sit another week, try to get him more closer to 100%. But who knows? I mean, I don't know if they panicking or not, considering the division they in. They still got to deal with Tampa Bay and New Orleans. So it just depends on what their goals were for the season.
Tampa Bay win that division, man.
You think Nick Foles is the answer up there in Chicago?
Nick Foles?
Hell no. That's a hell no, man.
Is he
okay?
The bridge quarterback.
I heard a take that people think that he's going to hit one of those timely streaks that he does in his career. But I don't know. The offense what's keeping them in these games, because last week when they beat Tampa Bay, what was the score? 17-16? What's keeping them in these games is that damn fire-ass defensive line they got. Yeah, exactly. So we'll see what comes from them. Next game, Bengals, Colts.
This game hurt.
Dude, the Bengals, they were up 21-0.
That was my game. I was cussing PJ because he picked the coach for me. I'm like, hey, PJ picked well this time. I got to give you some props.
He picked well for you?
Yeah, he picked the Colts for me.
And that's it.
That's all he picked well for.
Everybody else lost.
Yeah. So we saw the Colts. We saw the Colts come back. We saw. I will admit, we saw some good balls from Phillip Rivers, his old ass on Sunday. We saw some good balls from him. He made some good throws. Of course, we already knew the Colts defense was pretty good.
Hey, Phillip Rivers on the pitch count.
Yeah. Dude, how you throw it? Like, how does your arm go like this?
Leave him alone.
But the ball come out like that.
Leave him alone.
How do you do that? That's how Phillip Rivers throws the ball, man.
That arm getting tired, man. It's getting tired. He's gonna be throwing the side on. He's gonna be throwing it by his waist, like a trick shot.
Yeah. So the Colts, man, they come back, big comeback. Phillip
Rivers 3 touchdown passes, man.
Yeah. We'll see where that goes as far as their division. I mean, they do have. I feel as though they have a juggernaut in their division that they have to deal with. Let's see what happens when those two teams meet for the first time. Next game, Lions, Jaguars. I mean, we could Gardner Minshew looking not so good. Lions came in there.
Who they gonna give? This game coming up shocked the heck out of me.
So I heard there were rumors that if the Lions lost that game,
Patricia was gone.
Patricia was out of there.
Yeah.
Oh,
I heard a few things too.
He got next week though. He be going back to Belichick just like O'Brien and rest them old rejects. From yeah, that's the only place they can go.
That Lions good games. Stafford can still sling it, but I mean they did play the Jaguars, so you also.
That's a Georgia boy. You should be happy.
Who Stafford's? Hey, that's the last time we had a fire quarterback, not just a good dude who could make some throws and win some. No, last time we had a fire quarterback in Georgia was Matthew Stafford. That dude was. Whew.
I think Matt. Before you move to the next game, I think Matthew Stafford gonna go down in history as one of the biggest waste of talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He was always underappreciated. Always underappreciated.
He went somewhere else.
That's what happens in Detroit. Look at Megatron.
Yeah.
Megatron, yeah.
He should have left too.
He couldn't. He got locked in that big ass deal. That's why he retired.
Yeah. I would have. Man, look. My son was playing football right now. I tell him, look, homeboy, you only signing 2-year deals. And if you with a bad team, when your time is up, you leave it. I'd rather you go to a better team and take less money than to be suffering like that. Because it's bad on your family when you're losing every week, man. All that stress.
Mm-hmm.
No, can't do it.
Did he get hurt in that game or something? He was on the sideline. They put that Swift guy in there.
Who's that?
Adrian Peterson.
No, he's on account. Yeah, I mean he's
old, man.
He might still get slashed.
I know he's old.
Yeah, but he's on account. And
I don't know why the hell he went to Detroit any damn way. Well, he need money right now, man. Got big mama issues and shit.
Yeah.
And Swift, they picked Swift real high in the draft too, so he's gonna play.
Yeah, he's been in there a lot. Remember he dropped that touchdown pass?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That would have won him that game a couple weeks ago.
Making the Georgia boys look bad, man. What's wrong with you, DeAndre? All right, but okay, next game. Falcons, Vikings. All right, the Falcons. Hey, look, we've seen it before. We just saw it last week where a team got rid of the head coach. The next game, the team come out there and play fire, and that's exactly what happened here. Falcons come out after Dan Quinn was let go from the team, and they
Houston did the same thing too, didn't they? Did they come out?
Houston. That's just
that's right. Yeah. So, anyways. Julio, man, still on fire.
You know why those guys? You know why those guys play well after the coach leave, man. This is the upgrading your resume games now from here on out.
Yeah,
you play it for your new invite to the training camp, or your coach gonna come in and pull you out of there and bring in some new guys. Yeah. That's why you play harder after that the let go game for the coach. And then, too, sometimes the players get a different type of energy. They come out there to show everybody that, look, we still can play. We just didn't like playing for him.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
the Falcons just, to me, especially on offense, it ain't been them dudes throw up points and without problem to me. Especially even this season before they let Dan Quinn go, it's that thing with the Falcons where they get the lead and then it just disappears and they end up losing the game. But they can look, man. I think Matt Ryan, he still throw that football. They put up points, man. They put up points.
Yeah.
Look at Sloan. Hey, I did hear something though, and I messaged it in the group thing the other day. I was driving and I was I was listening to Greeny and he said he said watch, he said he think Matt Ryan's gonna be in a San Francisco 49ers uniform next season. Back over there with Shanahan with them and it made total sense as soon as I heard it. Like the only thing you were saying, PJ, about the final year on his contract, I don't know how they're gonna what they would have to trade for him, but I wouldn't be surprised in the least if I saw Matt Ryan in the 49ers uniform next year.
No,
where would Jimmy G go?
Back
anywhere else.
Back
to Atlanta.
He gonna go back to New England. He go back to his daddy.
Why you smiling at her though, Sloan? What
What? Man, look, man. I'm just listening to you, sports talk analysts.
I'm not an analyst. What you talking about, man? I just like
chilling on back in tonight. You know, into the next game so I can go in on somebody, man. Come on.
But I did legit hear that on, and I mentioned it to them guys, and I was like, yo,
you didn't mention it to me. I didn't get the memo.
You in the group chat? You don't ever check it, do you?
No, you don't check it at all.
but you guys, would that surprise any of you guys if that happened?
No.
No.
Yeah. Matt Ryan had the best seasons of his career with that guy as his offensive coordinator. So no,
it was his MVP season.
Yeah, it wouldn't. I'm sure. Yeah, look at Sloan down there laughing and.
Man, look, you guys just make it hard for me up in here. Let's move to the next game. Come on now.
Next game, which I can't remember who I heard say it, but they called this the hardest. They said that they said that Riverboat went for 2 just so they can go ahead and get this stuff done with and over. Washington, I swear to God, they said he did it on purpose so that if they get it, they win. If not, the game is over and don't nobody have to watch it no more. But anyway, it was Greeny. It was Greeny said that. Yes, he said that.
That's hard.
Yeah. So Washington versus New York. We obviously, I mean, if you didn't watch the game, Washington went for a 2-point conversion instead of a field goal to tie the game. They didn't get it, and thus that's the final score, 20-19.
He was just ready to go home, man. He had to hurry up and go home and get some treatment done. You know, the man got that illness and stuff.
Yeah.
So he didn't want to be out there too long. The IV was running out. So he had to go and make that run, man. Shit, he had to go and go home.
By the way, both of these teams in the NFC East sit at 1-5, and both of them are only 1/2 game out of the leading the division. 1/2 game from a playoff spot at 1-5. So
somebody gonna have to win
that division is my God.
Somebody gonna have to win that division, but it won't be the Cowboys. I can promise you that.
Oh my God.
Man, look, my boy called me at work today, right? We talked
that damn game, man.
I said, man, you want to come on the show tonight? He said, no, man, you gonna talk so much trash about the Cowboys and TCU. I said, oh man, come on, why you gonna do me like that, man? You could have gave me entertainment tonight.
All right, so hold on, wait.
What you doing, man?
Okay, never mind. Because they got the games like on here like in a certain order, throwing me off from how they were played. All right, next game, Ravens Eagles. Yeah, Eagles almost came back.
Yeah, I don't know what happened here.
We were watching it.
I know, and I didn't.
At the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Eagles came.
Yeah, Eagles scored 22 points in the fourth quarter.
Whatever the Ravens took their foot off the gas.
Well, that and I think just from what I've seen, because I watch Red Zone when I watch games, so I haven't just except for the Chiefs Ravens game is the only time I saw like a full game of that the Ravens have played. I think their offense is not as in sync as it was last season. Mm-hmm. So and there was a lot of things that I saw in the game where they punted where last year they wouldn't have had to.
Let me ask you a question. What do you think the biggest problem with the Ravens right now? Let me see if you've been paying attention.
Now, I don't know, maybe trying to be something they're not.
Do
what you did last year.
They're making Lamar is throwing the ball more, and you seeing the breakdowns in his mechanics now.
He is running less.
Yes,
a
lot less. And I think that
it's hurting the offense.
If being who you are only lets Lamar last 6 seasons in Baltimore, but you come away with maybe a Lombardi trophy, then guess what you do? You let yourself be who you are and don't try to change that team around because Lamar Jackson ain't Patrick Mahomes. Now, he ain't about to be out here. Now, you know what I'm saying? Let him do what he did last year.
Yep.
And that's all they got to do. Let him do what he did last year, and you win some.
No, he needs to develop a little bit more to compete, man. He needs to definitely be able to throw the ball from the pocket.
They don't want to go
to pocket passer, bro.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. He needs to develop into one. He can't be a one-sided game because people figure him out, man.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, man. It's trying to teach a German Shepherd how to be a foo-foo dog and live on the soul.
You don't think he can develop any more than he is?
Well,
you got to let it be who he is.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't want him to be who he is going into the playoffs hurt and going one and done.
He's not a quarterback that's going to throw the ball 20, 40 times a game like Patrick Mahomes.
Listen. If you were a head coach, would you take 16 2-point wins throughout the season?
Yeah.
That's they're doing what they got to do to get the W's.
I take any damn win. It doesn't matter how I get it. Running quarterback, he in the wheelchair. Long as that rock, I let him play.
Are the Eagles a good team now? Okay. And then how was it so close at the end?
Yes and no. The Eagles, man, you got to remember, man, they playing with a lot of hurt guys. They're playing with a lot of hurt guys. Carson Wentz throwing balls to guys basically off the street.
But what I'm saying is, a team can adjust to Lamar Jackson in the game plan, and they could beat them if they learn to adjust a little bit quicker than the Eagles can. I mean, come on.
We said Lamar's not running the ball. He ran the ball for 108 yards that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he couldn't throw anymore. How many times he threw the ball?
27.
There you go. He over his limit.
How many yards? 27 of what? For how many yards?
He was 16 for 27, 186.
How much yak is that?
I don't see that.
That's what I'm saying. No, I know you probably can't. They probably doesn't have that stat on here. But, what's the yak on those yards? Because that's included in it.
I get what you're saying about as far as like but as far as them developing Lamar to be more of that pocket guy and only run when he needs to or when they design these plays. However, but what I just said, if I am in the organization and I'm like, if I can get 6 years of fire Lamar, like running him all the time and maybe get a Lombardi trophy, I'll take that. And then after 6 years, let's draft another dude and he's gone. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's because look, you draft a quarterback like that. Are you really, when you drafted Lamar Jackson, you're like, we're set for 15 years? No.
You least got, as you say, you're going to
ride him hard for the first.
You're going to get at least 5 to 8 out of him. But a lot of it's going to be determined how well he wants to develop himself.
Look, he's gotten better as a passer. We've all seen that. I've seen him throw some dimes that I didn't see him throw in his rookie season. But at the same time, they didn't look at this as a long-term investment. They couldn't have, not considering his style of play and how he came out of college. They couldn't have considered him a long-term investment by any means. So, and the Eagles, look, Carson Wentz, I give the dude the props. One of the toughest cats I've ever seen put on some shoulder pads because he gets out there and gets destroyed
every week,
every single week.
A badass offensive line.
Yes, I mean, and he still he tried. You know what? I can't. And the dude tries. We see him. He throws picks and he throws some dumb passes, but he's out. He's trying, working as hard as he can
to try to his life. That
yes.
Dumb ass passes, shit, man. Them big ass ball coming at you, shit. You trying to get out the way. I don't know.
All right. Next game, Browns Steelers. Oh my goodness. Man. Okay. First of all,
turn into a pumpkin.
Cinderella. First of all, the Steelers are playing good football right now. Their defense is playing very well.
Yep.
Ben, as old as he is, I saw him throw a couple of fire passes this past game. I still think he ain't been, and when he get hit, he go down now. Back then, Ben used to have 2-3 dudes hanging off of him, and he do whatever. He can't do that shit now, but he's still slinging the ball. And like you said last week, Jonathan, they always seem to have some type of fresh-ass wide receiver out there balling.
Yeah.
Who is that number 11 guy anyway?
I don't know.
Man, I was like, see, that's why they told Brown to keep on going. They told Brown, man, look, we get top receivers off the street. This dude wouldn't even want to come from. He didn't come from school.
Anthony, if you want to share that, I don't know if you can.
Do what now? What you sent me? Oh,
it's the picks, man. I didn't know. Oh wait, who'd y'all pick in that game? Each of you. Oh man, you want to throw that up real quick? No. All right.
Oh yeah. Hold on. Wait. I want to see.
Wait, who'd y'all pick in that game? Browns.
Why? Because you were the only one. You were the only one to pick the Steelers.
I got one right finally. That you guys all went one way and I went the other. And that's why, PJ. Yes.
But you know what? The Browns was fool's gold. The Browns was fool's gold, man. I thought the Browns. This was the game to me. If the Browns would have been Pittsburgh, I would have looked at them totally different. I'm not ever picking them jokers again.
I'll tell you what, man. I thought about it. It's not like I was an easy pick for me either. I thought about it.
Well, I mean, they were playing well going into that game. So,
but the Steelers were rolling too, man. I mean, their offense is rolling. We're scoring some damn points.
Yeah. But as far as that game goes, to me, the Steelers aren't the news. It's like, yo, do y'all? Well, we'll talk about that later on. I'm sure. I don't know what your 4 downs are. I don't know what your 4 downs are. But I don't know if you're going to
talk about it. No, go ahead and talk about it.
So is this it? Is that it for Baker Mayfield?
If he doesn't do it this year, he gone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because you got to remember what I always say in the past: when you get new general manager, new head coach, they want their guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't. What did your boy said up in Washington D.C. Drip drip run. What did he say? Hey, drip drip.
Riverboat.
No, drip drip. Drip drip said, I ain't obligated to. They picked him, I didn't.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty much what their attitude is. They told him, listen to him. They said, let me tell you what they told him. They said, look at him. If you're not gonna get down to business, you might have to go on and take this paper we're gonna give you for the rest of the year and going down the road. Because Baker Mayfield, once he leaves Cleveland, he will not be a starter again anywhere else. This is it for him.
No, he'll get another shot somewhere.
He's not gonna be a starter.
No. He won't be a.
He'll be a serviceable backup. He'll be just like Jay Flacco. I mean,
Joe Flacco.
He said Jay
Flacco came to the game, man. They even pulled him out with another backup. He was so bad.
Well, I mean, I don't see that. I don't see them benching him for the rest of the season.
No,
they ain't gonna bench him. But at the end of the year, they're gonna say they're gonna be like the old Chinese proverb, "Wrong dong." That's all. What they
I think.
How many sacks did the Steelers have too, man? Because they were putting pressure on him and beating him up too. Well, they hurt him a couple times.
Baker, I think, also
he's playing hurt a little bit.
They shut the running game down and made the offense become one-dimensional. And like I always say, Baker Mayfield got to throw the ball more than 30 times, it's over. Look it up on
They shut down Kareem Hunt, man.
Four sacks.
Yeah.
How many times he threw the ball?
Who?
Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Look,
Baker threw the ball 18 times.
How many?
18?
18.
18? And still lost.
Yep.
They shut the running game down.
That's what happened when on first down you throw a pick and then you don't get 2 more chances to throw that thing. Nah, he also, I mean, if you look at some of the replays, Baker can't. As far as I can tell, it just looks like he can't see past the first target. Well, he looked for that first target and it's not there. His feet get to going crazy, and then he's
not going through his reads.
Yeah, he just can't. And he didn't
have time to, man.
Yeah,
he didn't have time to.
He didn't, but other quarterbacks can still do it. Even Josh, in the game against Kansas City, there were a couple times they got back there in his face. He had to scramble, but his head was still downfield, and he could still, look and try to find another target. He was off target a bunch of times, but still, he still was able to look down there.
Who did the Browns just beat?
Who?
Didn't they just beat some? Who did they just beat?
Dallas Cowboys.
The Colts? No, that wasn't.
They beat Dallas.
Dallas was the week before last.
It was the Colts, and then they just lost. Yeah, so it was the Colts.
Yeah,
go ahead.
It was the Colts last week.
Yeah, they beat Colts last week.
Yeah, they whooped them.
Yeah. So I mean, I know somebody who's probably missed as far as their offense. They got blown out by the Ravens week 1. I think as far as their offense goes, somebody is sorely missed. I think he comes back in a couple weeks. Nick Chubb not being there. Chubb not being there for that type of 1-2 thing back there in the backfield, and then just let Baker Mayfield run off play action. That might be messing with them. And plus, when they come into the big games, they have a little bit of they probably too high on themselves just a tad bit, and they get there and it's like, oh shit, these dudes is punching in the mouth. We thought we was just going to, soar over them like we did the Colts last week, and obviously that's just not going to happen. So next game, Texans-Titans.
Yes.
We watched
94 yards. Dude freaking turned down another gear.
Yeah.
Does he look a little odd, man? Like he's more legs than torso. Like he's
he is.
It's like legs, torso.
Yeah,
he moves so fast, and it doesn't even look like his legs are moving.
Trust me, I saw him his entire career at Alabama. I am very familiar with his body proportions.
Are you talking about Predator? You talking about
Henry?
Predator?
Yeah, man.
Henry, yeah.
Call him the Predator.
I love his ponytail.
Why is it so stiff? Why is it so? It's just.
I think he put a wire in it.
I said,
you need to stop. You need to stop. You know why it's that so still. Now you know better than that. Grow yours out for a long time. Let's see what
now, mine won't be. My hair curls up like it won't do like his if I grow it out long. But yeah, so
that was a battle, man. It was a good game.
Yeah, it was. We saw some questionable things, PJ. Made towards
Go ahead. What you got? What question?
I'll just say that my asshole of the week this week is Romeo Cornell.
Yeah.
It is. Yep. Look, man, those guys need a win, and you as a head coach need to put them in the best position to do that. Mm-hmm. So when you score a late touchdown, what was it? What they have like a minute and a half left. It was underneath the 2-minute warning. And you can either kick the extra point and go up by 8.
Yep.
Or you go for 2 and go up by 9. All right. So he wanted to make it a 2-score game, so he went for 2. When they weren't moving the ball great, they scored, but they weren't, and didn't get it. Texans, the Titans immediately got the ball back, ran right down the field, scored a damn touchdown, kicked the extra point,
and tied it.
And tied the damn game up.
I mean, let me tell you something about what set all that up. There was like 3 minutes left, and Houston was driving, and they had a 3rd and 1. Okay,
right.
And they were going to let the clock just go down. They were just going to sit there and let the clock just wind before they snapped the ball. What did Vrabel do? He put the 12th man back on the field, so he'd get the penalty and stop the damn clock. And because he knew they were going to get the first down anyways, so he said, "We'll give them the first down. We'll take the penalty, and the clock will stop." How do you like that?
That's smart.
That's Belichickian, if you know what I'm saying. But I'm going to tell you what. Seriously, though.
Wait a minute.
How many seconds were there? Wait. When they scored that touchdown, at the end of the game, how many seconds left? How many seconds left?
He played for Belichick. He didn't coach for Belichick. He played for Belichick. Are we trying to get
shit? I'm just saying it was Belichickian. But listen to me. Listen. How many seconds left when there were 6 seconds left when they scored that last touchdown, man?
Who scored it?
That was very intelligent.
The Titans.
But that wasn't Belichickian.
No. I'm just Jesus Christ. I'm just saying there were 6 seconds left. He saved that game right there with that one move.
That is if you just threw that play out there and said what coach would do something like that, my first thought would be Belichick. Honestly.
Yeah, of course I would. I would say Gates down at the Jets.
If he did it by mistake, he wouldn't do it on purpose.
and they'd be down by 22.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, I thought that was pretty good, but
that was pretty smart though.
Yeah. Tannehill is playing great, man.
Yeah,
he's playing wonderful.
We're
undefeated.
Tannehill got that paper. He got that big contract. He got that extension Dak Prescott couldn't get. That was all about.
So yeah, Texans, Titans. Obviously, Titans won overtime game. Ryan Tannehill is playing pretty good. I think he had a pick in the game, but that doesn't, for his overall performance, was pretty fire. And they're 5-0, so they're a juggernaut. Now we get to this old thing here.
What?
The most awkward game of the weekend?
Yeah. Awkward because we were sitting beside each other while we watched it.
There's been a Gronk sighting. There's been a Gronk sighting.
He caught 4 passes.
Huh?
He caught 4 passes.
No, Gronk. He still walks like his legs are broken, but he caught 4. He still.
And when you get out of rehab, you caught 5. Okay,
passes.
When you get out of rehab, that gear still ain't working like it's supposed to. Still trying to, but man, you know what happened, man. You got to dry out for about a couple of weeks, get the gear back in you, get your weight up. Then you get some blocks in. Hey, it happens like that sometimes.
I think Aaron was celebrating a little bit too early in the end zone.
Arrogance. The name of the name of that entire fucking game, the first quarter, is called arrogance.
No, it's not. No.
Yes, it is. That pose after he scored the touchdown that got called back, I said it to PJ. I said, "What the fuck is this?"
He did right off the bat.
Yeah, like you do that at the end of the season when maybe you're holding up the Vince Lombardi trophy. Don't do that shit week 5 when you're in a first quarter game against Tom Brady. Dude. The throw the pick 6 that started the avalanche. Arrogance. We watched PJ. We watched it. I said, why? He just stared Devontae Adams down and just threw the ball, just blindly threw that shit to him. Pick 6, done. I think he was still good after that, but then 2 passes later, the next interception, he was done for the rest of the game. Arrogance. That's what that's called. Look, hey, I love my boy Aaron. I will say he can act like an asshole all he wants because he's Aaron effing Rodgers, but there's a difference between that and arrogance. Pure arrogance. Like
it looked like his ice cream fell on the floor.
I ain't mad at it. Look, you got in order to be that, he's still better than most guys' whole career.
Oh yes, he is. But in that particular game, there was a couple of throws early in the game that he missed and smiling afterwards. What do you do? Play football first, celebrate afterwards. So, they came into that game, and Tampa Bay also, because they probably heard from every single person who talks football say, Aaron Rodgers is about to come in here and glaze y'all's asses. Guess what they said? Nah, you're not. So the defense woke up. We already knew they had a good defense. Defense woke up. Bakhtiari goes out, which is our best offensive lineman, which made things 1 gazillion% worse than they already were.
Sure did.
And Aaron Rodgers was noticeably rattled. That pass he missed with that tight end in the middle of the field when it was like this. This is the defense. The tight end catches that, it's a touchdown. Overthrew him like by fucking 3 or 4 yards.
And that man heard footsteps, man. What you talking about? Shit.
No, they was on. They were
out. The ball coming in.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm still confident in my boys, but this is eerily similar to last year. Started the season off fire, went to San Francisco, got the cheeks clapped. And then we went to Tampa Bay, got the cheeks clapped, and we're going to have to play them boys again in the playoffs. It could be some more clapping going on if they don't straighten that shit out. Those are my thoughts on that game. So y'all got
well said, Anthony. Well said.
I have nothing to say on that one, baby boy. You lit it up pretty good. That's your team.
The season ain't over yet, man. There ain't no room for none of that extra. You got play football, man. Have fun. Aaron Jones, quit wearing the gold shades on the sideline when you score a touchdown. Because that was the only touchdown you scored. All right. So next game. Rams 49ers, dude.
Ooh, man.
What the hell happened? The 49ers just got beat by the Dolphins last week.
Man.
They come in here clapping. Like they
Kittle's 100%, man.
It wasn't who was Jimmy G?
Kittle's 100%.
All I got to say in this game is this. Shanahan outcoached McVay.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
He out-schemed him. He was running a lot of misdirections. He changed his whole offensive scheme up because Aaron Donaldson was ineffective in that game.
Yeah, they shut him down.
They were running away from him. They kept him running. They were running away for him.
Storm Shadow says Browns will regret drafting Baker at number 1. They should have drafted Bart. Yeah, there you go. Saquon or Josh Allen.
Well, you know how it is, man. You know, you got the boy coming out of OU with the height. You know, he was top. You know how that is. And you know, it happens like that sometimes. He just went to the wrong organization. He went to the wrong team. I guarantee you, somebody see. Sometimes when you're the number 1 draft pick, you don't really want to be number 1 because you end up going to the worst team with the worst organization, worst offensive line. His accuracy got worse since he's been in the NFL than he was in college. So that's real talk. Yeah. Now look at the kids, look at the quarterbacks that are doing real in the NFL that are young quarterbacks. Guess what they all have in common? They all got good defenses.
Yeah.
They all got
at least decent
quarterbacks
defense.
that are doing well in the league. Young quarterbacks, not these old jokers. It don't matter who you put Drew Brees with, what kind of offensive line. The only one that probably need an offensive line is Tom Brady. You know, because he can't move that fast. You know, he got that.
Hey, he was throwing the ball good the other day, man.
Yeah, they were holding a lot on that damn offensive line. You saw them damn holding. They were getting shit. They said the ref said, "Well, shit, we can't call it a whole game. We they be minus yardage." What did I think so wrong?
But anyway, hey, back to the 49ers Rams. I just can't. The 49ers going to be one of them teams where you probably can't even call it this season because the team is pretty much patchwork. They got a lot of injuries. I think.
Yeah, they do.
What's the running back? He just went on IR today.
Mostert.
Yeah, Mostert just went on IR. Yeah.
So that was the guy that did the stiff arm. He stiff armed somebody and just molded them over.
Yeah, I will say this. No matter how many injuries the 49ers have, that damn option, boy, they can still run that. Whew. Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous.
If they get the ball to the tight end, what's the big boy name? What's his name?
Kittle,
yeah.
That's what I was saying, yeah.
They get the ball to him.
No, he's the best blocking tight end in the NFL.
Yeah. Best blocking tight end. Man, what you talking about? You forget about everything else he had to the offense.
No. But I'm saying he adds that to the running game too. So you can he can hold people back, man. Give Garoppolo time to throw somebody else too.
I think he blocks better than Kelsey. Yeah, he blocks better than Kelsey.
You think he's better than Mark Andrews, Oklahoma guy? I mean, with Titans?
You talking about catching footballs?
I'm talking about overall.
Kittle still blocks better than he does, though.
I think Kittle.
Who's it, Andrews? For the Ravens?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about Travis? What about Travis Kelce though?
Nah, you know what? Kelce can block, but they never use him like that. They put him out there. They put him out there with these.
Yeah, they put him in the slot.
Yeah. All right, so Rams. Also, before we jump off this game, you also can't forget that this was a division game. So we did say the NFC West was going to be that tough.
That's why I like watching it.
Yeah. Next game, man, Broncos Patriots. I'll let you guys take it away.
Lord. Come on back, Patriots.
We're time to go, man.
Sit down, baby boy. I ain't gonna go too hard on you. I'm not gonna go too hard on you tonight.
What do you mean, go hard on me?
You already got frustrated with me earlier.
I didn't play the game. I watched it.
No, I know, man. Look, don't try to be all humble and stuff, man.
Look, all right, I'm gonna sum it up how I feel about it real quick. All right.
There you go. Come clean.
Typically, me and PJ are sitting here talking about how stupid the other teams are and how bad the other teams are. Now I have to sit here and talk about how stupid and how bad my team is. And that's what hurts the friggin' most. From the coach to the players, it hurts and it's bad. So, PJ, what do you have to say about it? What are the highlights from the game for you?
There were no highlights for me.
What were all the lowlights? What do you have to say about the game?
Receivers not getting separation still. Nobody's on the same page. Cam looked rusty. Julian Edelman threw better balls than he did.
Yeah,
he did.
He threw some balls.
The defense was sluggish.
They let in the first half, like every play we had and somebody go down.
They let another guy. They let another guy, get over 100 yards on him.
Yep.
But look,
But the defense played well. They didn't score.
Hey, big man.
They didn't score a touchdown.
Yeah.
And this is actually the first game that Belichick was 39-0 if the other team didn't score a touchdown. This was the first time that he lost a game when the other team didn't score a touchdown. But
he was making some bad decisions, though.
I think he was just trying to make. I think he was just trying to get something going.
He wasn't getting nothing going, man.
Nobody was.
And a lot of people are going to say.
He said, "Try being a state Ole Miss fan. You this week is this every year." Well,
I'm a Red Sox fan too, so I know how that works. But no, some of the decisions that he made, Cam really looked like crap, man.
Well,
look, still got COVID.
They practiced 2 times.
I don't want to hear anything about the 2 practices. I don't want to hear shit about the 2 practices. Titans have against the Bills. This is
how healthy were
Broncos. Okay.
They're on their third string.
Throw the ball. He can't even get it over the freaking lineman in front of him on a screenplay. Swat it down. He's holding the ball like it's his baby for 4 seconds, man. You can't do that.
Cam. Wait a minute now. Cam go through some of his female issues holding that ball like a baby. That happens sometimes. He's slipping. But
I mean, just be decisive. Just throw it to the receiver and just try to.
He can't throw it to the receiver if they're covered. Those guys aren't getting any separation.
Thank you.
Going up on the line, injured, and now he's out of the damn game because you held on to the freaking ball.
The dude, he ran for 7. You give him so much shit. He was the only guy that got positive yards.
Calm down, fellas. Calm down, young fellas. Now we not in the play box when y'all little boys now.
I just didn't want
obviously we were watching it on Red Zone, so we didn't see every single. I mean, I thought Cam looked a little rusty. Honestly, he looked a little rusty, and the only pass I saw that him throw that was not that. Was that last one? Remember the 4th down pass when old dude was wide open and he missed him? That's the one pass.
Henry fell down on the he had a hand on the hip from the guy. This dude is like built like a tight end. He doesn't have speed, but I tell you what, man, somebody puts a freaking hand on him or freaking farts on him, he's gonna fall down. Okay, and I can't
because he was trying to reach for that pass.
All the time. PJ left. He didn't want to hear it. All right.
Time is.
I'll shut up. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about the game? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Dude, look, it was an AFC battle. I mean, it wasn't. They came back because the score was the field goals kept piling up, and it just kind of. But
all that being said, though, we're half a game out of first place still.
Yeah,
and we had
1.5.
We had the same amount of 1.5, and we had the same amount of losses as the Dolphins, who are second place, and we have the win against them, the tiebreaker right now. So,
well, you want to know when the last time that the Patriots started 2-3?
What?
2001. Then they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but they had Tom Brady though.
In his prime. In his
prime. So no, I mean obviously, as much as
they had baby Tom Brady.
Yeah.
As much as I'm not,
and they were recording the games a lot better too. That before the spy game.
It wasn't illegal. It wasn't illegal back then.
Yeah, it was.
Hey,
It was not illegal back
that
then.
was before HD was really good though. So it was like VHS and
the years that they got busted when they didn't win any more Super Bowl, it was 10 years. They stopped taping. See, they got to have a couple more tape games. See, look. Now, don't let me.
All right, so now
I'm a football historian.
As much as I'm not worried about my team after this loss, I'm sure you guys are doubly not worried about yours. You get the coaches, the GOAT.
No, but it's hard taking a loss like that against a crappy team. You know what I mean? So it's not like Drew Lock was on fire that game at all.
Hey, but Broncos do have the Broncos defense is they've been pretty steady though for about the last decade.
I mean, it's a decent team. They just don't have good quarterback play. But I would tell you guys this though, on a serious tip, which I'm always serious. The Pats, man, it seems to me the timing was just off. As you saying, AC, the timing was just off, man. I mean, everybody looked like they were a count behind. Routes wasn't being ran properly, but then when you got them slow ass guys out there, man, they ain't getting no separation. When you got a guy that doesn't trust what he sees, he's going to hesitate with the ball.
And he'd be moving in slow. Why he moving slow motion back there? Me and PJ were talking about.
Yeah.
Cam Newton. I tell you what, Cam Newton has the slowest come out of the huddle till we get to the line of scrimmage to call a play I've ever seen in my entire life. He takes his time when he does.
He's cool, man. He's cool. He want to put the hats on, put the suits on, baby. We'll leave him alone. He cool.
Now he cool. Last season when we started, he was Aunt Jemima. But okay, Jets, Dolphins. Obviously, Dolphins. The Jets. Not very good of a football team by any stretch of the imagination.
Well, you heard the news today about
yes, and we
biggest mistake they're gonna make. They're gonna hurt them.
Oh, so you think okay? Yeah. So Dolphins win 24-0. Ryan Fitzpatrick plays well. My personal opinion, Fitzmagic been playing pretty good this season. That's just my opinion,
man.
Huh?
3-3.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I think Ryan Fitzpatrick has been playing pretty good this year. So what do you guys think? The biggest news coming from the Dolphins, obviously, today is that they named Tua their starter after the bye next week and then going against the Rams.
Big mistake.
Think it's big.
Yeah, can I just say Tua soon?
Yep, Tua soon.
That was a mistake.
That's good.
I gotta leave again. I gotta leave again.
Original.
You throw the flag. Oh, I had to, man. I had that one teed up.
Oh man.
I am having a very bad day.
I will say this about it though, real quick before Fitzpatrick is, like we always talk about how we'll never ever until the day we die forget that Ryan Fitzpatrick existed, that man lived and played, and we'll never forget that. No matter what happens to us, we'll always remember. I remember Ryan Fitzpatrick. His comments today were pretty fire, and that he is so excited about being a mentor. Yes, he is very, very obviously he's probably not happy that he's gotten benched, but he is very happy that he gets to play that role that Carson Palmer and all these other quarterbacks did to him when he was coming up. I heard him on his, I think he has like a podcast or whatever, they played it. Dude is like, he's being I guess you could say he's being Ryan Fitzpatrick about it, man.
He's lying.
Yeah.
He's lying.
You think he's lying?
He got home, his wife said, I cannot believe you. You went to Harvard and you let an Alabama grad beat you out of your job. That's what everybody said.
Got plenty of money. He ain't worried about that.
he lied. That boy want to play. But you know what happened was they sat him down. Hold on. Let me tell you what happened. The owner called up the head coach and said, look, we need some fire. Put Tua in. So he said, we'll talk to him, owner. The owner they called him in and said, listen, man, we paying you all this paper. We want you to coach him up, and we're going to keep you on the team next year to be his mentor. We'll keep you as a permanent backup, coach him up. I know Aaron Donaldson probably gonna knock him on his keister a couple of times, but he got to get baptized. This gonna be this game gonna get ugly fast. You watch, because
I think honestly I kind of think that they were planning this from the start of the season. I think they might have eyed this. Okay, so bye week, and then all of a sudden like, oh, we're still in it. Like the division is wide open, like y'all just said. They're probably like, I think they kind of planned it from the beginning. Let's bring him in right before the bye week, and then whatever
take
happens.
Your chances.
Yeah. Because, dude, think about that. They're 3-3, and the division is wide open. If this wasn't the plan from the start, then why would you even do it right now?
I just don't feel like it's going to be anything good's going to come out of it myself.
Oh, Aaron Donald they have to play a game this coming week, and he's probably still looking at this game like, yo,
licking his chops.
Let me get this dude a couple times. Yeah, which, Aaron Donald was fucking ridiculous. But yeah, so
I just saw a meme with the Lion King, and it was Ryan Fitzpatrick holding up Tua on the rock. That was good, man.
So y'all think it's I don't know. I don't want to say it's a mistake to put him in there, but I think they planned it from the beginning of the season. It just seems too odd to put him in now if this wasn't the plan. And you're 3-3, and there's the like y'all said, the division is pretty wide open. Like nobody's pretty much out of it except for the Jets. Because I think the Jets are the only team in y'all division who's played all the teams, right, and lost.
Yes,
I think so. Okay.
Yeah. So there's that, and so we got we'll see Tua time in a couple weeks, which is ridiculous. Didn't think we'd see that.
Well, there goes that question. I have to switch that one. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Now I need to talk now. Let me do some talking.
Okay, next game, Cardinals Cowboys. We all see the result. 38-10.
It's another one that just
put me on the big screen, baby. Let me get the flow.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Lil Man.
Oh, he want to come on.
I told y'all Lil Man was gonna rock and roll them Cowboys. Didn't I tell you guys that? Now you know I did.
I think we all picked the Cardinals.
Lil Man.
No, I couldn't. PJ picked the Cowboys for me.
PJ picked the Cowboys. I told him not to do that, but he wouldn't. Lil Man lit him up. Lil Man was litting him up from the rooter to the tutor. That's all I got to say. And he was going in hard, and Lil Man was breaking ankles.
I think he had some help. I think he had some help from Ezekiel Elliott and stupid red freaking BB gun.
Wait a minute. Now I got a little information about Zeke. Zeke been too much. Them lips were black. If you saw them lips up on that TV screen, man, look. I had a conversation with a good friend of mine today. We always said it's better to play with a coke head than a weed head.
Oh yeah, you said.
Yes, you said that before.
A weed head gonna be like this in the whole game. Yeah, but a coke head gonna be where that. Man.
So just real quick, my thoughts on this game. Obviously, the Cardinals, the Cardinals are a good football team, and you got a team in Dallas that the defense is not good at all. I mean, they came out. Dak got hurt last week, and I think that amped the team up to play. And also,
offensive line is decimated.
Decimated.
Yes.
Well, they all got old. Man. Think about it. When that offensive line was good about 7-8 years ago, man, they all were number one draft picks across the front.
Even 2-3 years ago, they were good.
Yeah.
It's an expensive line too, man.
Yeah.
Very expensive.
I will say my initial thoughts though after I watched the game, but I was doing some other shit at the same time.
Yeah.
What happened? He went to sleep?
Scott. Yo. Think about that. The MVP.
We didn't hear a word you said.
It reset. Oh man, my internet must have reset. Oh, I froze up. All right. So as I watched that game, I thought the MVP of this season is Dak Prescott. Yo, the Cowboys have been bad this entire season. They got 2 wins, but they've at least hung in there with everybody they played because who throwing for 400 or 500 yards a game? All of a sudden, he's not there, and they are straight trash. I'm not talking about a slow drop-off. Dude, they were averaging.
They fell off the cliff.
They were averaging these many yards and points a game. All of a sudden, to just
they fell off.
How?
But you want to hear?
Obviously, he's not going to win the MVP. That's not how this works. I mean, there's been
the record's going to be any good. Did you see the stat that they showed? They showed Russell Wilson, Tom Brady, and I forgot the third quarterback. Dak Prescott is on pace with those guys at that level. He still leads the league in passing yards, and he didn't play. Wow. Yeah. So I mean, a lot of their passing yards was garbage time too because they were behind. They had to throw the ball.
Oh yeah, but still, that drop off is dramatic, and obviously he's not going to win the MVP. I mean, we so the last time I heard that kind of talk was when Peyton Manning missed that entire season in Indianapolis, and they just went from 13 wins to 1. And it was like, oh, that most valuable player is Peyton Manning, which he probably was. But, you're never going to see a player who gets hurt or misses.
You turn over the ball 4 times like that. You're not.
How many times do you think Dallas? How many wins do you think Dallas is going to acquire now since Dak is gone?
3.
You think they got one more left in them?
So you're saying they're going to win the division?
Yeah, because they got it. That was it. All right, so Cardinals, Cowboys. We saw what Dak's not there. Offensive production just dropped 38-10. Final game of the week. Which see how they got these ordered? It's so odd because the Cardinals, Cowboys was the final game, but Chiefs, Bills. Chiefs back to their winning ways. Buffalo Bills, I think they've two straight L's. I think they come down to earth just a tad bit.
Buffalo is a good team. They just got it.
No. Yeah, they're good. I mean, they
to a juggernaut the other night.
They still held the Chiefs to 26 points, which is
that's what I'm saying, man. I mean, defensively, they still played quite well.
Yeah.
I thought. I mean,
both of those teams looked very beatable last night.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah. Yes, they did. Which makes it even worse how the Ravens look when they played against the Chiefs a few weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? So it is the class of the AFC, the motherfucking Tennessee Titans. Is that the class?
How many games? Hey, you are what your record is.
Yeah, that's Bill Parcells for you.
You are what your record is, baby.
You are what your record is. So yeah, that's the news and the scores for this page. Got some more, PJ?
Well, I was just gonna say next week though, they get a little addition back there in the backfield.
And they ran the ball.
Hey, LB Bell coming back, baby.
And they didn't. They weren't too shabby on running the football last night. So
CEH ran for 161 yards.
That's what I'm saying. The rich get richer. That's all I had to say, man.
And that's
so.
But we'll
still got to pay it. The Jets still paying part of his salary.
All right. So those are the scores and stuff. We're gonna run through these power rankings real swift, like y'all. Bear with me as
I don't want to even see them.
You gotta see him, buddy.
Yeah. As I breeze through these things.
Take your medicine.
Hey, trust me, I don't want to see him by damn self. Obviously, at number 32, the New York Jets. Not a surprise there. Number 31, Jacksonville Jaguars. Still not a surprise there. Washington football team at 30, not a surprise. All these teams in the lower thing. The Giants jumped up 2 slots. They got themselves their first victory of the season. Was that a mistake? Maybe not. Cincinnati Bengals dropped down 2 slots, another loss in the books. Minnesota Vikings at number 27 dropped 8 slots after losing to the Atlanta Falcons. That's a big drop. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's a plummet.
Yes. Dallas Cowboys dropped 4 slots to number 26, as we see.
They've fallen down the stairs.
Atlanta Falcons got their first dub of the season, jump up 4 slots. Houston Texans stay pat at number 24. Overtime loss to the Titans, who we just mentioned is probably the class of the AFC.
They put up a fight. So
yeah, they did. Philadelphia Eagles stay pat. Hey, good, nice, valiant effort. It just fell a little bit short with
they put up a fight too. Yeah.
Yeah. Detroit Lions go up 3 slots up to number 22 with a victory this week. Denver Broncos.
Dubs mean a lot.
Yeah. They do. And Denver Broncos, they jump up 6 slots. after winning over the Patriots to number 21. At number 20, the Miami Dolphins stay pat. I mean, they won, but they played the Jets, so that's probably why we see 0 rise there. At number 19, the Carolina Panthers fall 5 slots. Good grief.
Oof, bye.
Yeah, that's the Los Angeles Chargers fall another slot. Still only have one win this season.
They got a great quarterback for the future. Baby.
Oh yeah. Oh, and
they had a bye too.
Yeah, they had a bye too. Yeah, so we see what happens. San Francisco 49ers up 4 slots after beating the Rams, which that's a divisional game. That division is wild. At number 16, the Indianapolis Colts rise up 2 slots, got themselves a come from behind victory over Cincinnati. At number 15, falling 6 slots, the Cleveland Browns. Obviously, they Steelers just straight put the heel on the throat and took them down. The Arizona Cardinals rise up 1 slot to number 14 after their win. Obviously, it was the Cowboys, so that's probably why the jump's not bigger. The Raiders didn't play this week. They stayed pat at number 13. Big game.
Yes.
Monday. Yes. And the New England Patriots, y'all only fall 1 slot to number 12 after losing to the Denver Broncos. The Chicago Bears Chicago Bears jump up 5 slots. Yes, that's crazy.
5-1, man.
I'm baffled with Chicago, man.
Yeah,
defense is just good, dude. The defense is fire.
The defense should be the most valuable player for that team.
Yeah. The New Orleans Saints didn't play this week, obviously, so they stayed pat at number 10. They get Michael Thomas back next week, which is something.
It ain't gonna make a difference. His arm's still weak.
At number 9, the Rams fall a slot. Obviously, they got beat by the 49ers, so we see what happens there. The Buffalo Bills, second straight loss. They drop 1 slot to number 8. We dropped 6 slots, which I obviously think we should drop outside of the top 10, but, it is what it is after we got shellacked by fucking this guy. Tampa Bay Buccaneers jump up 6 slots after they take down the previously undefeated Green Bay Packers. Rightfully so. Offense is like it's moving. Defense is looking fire. Seattle Seahawks go up 1 slot. They didn't even play this week. They rose up. Obviously, still got their MVP candidate at the QB position. The Baltimore Ravens fall a slot to number 4. Because probably because they let the Eagles almost come back and clap them up a little bit. Tennessee Titans rise up 2 slots. We just mentioned the Tennessee Titans. They're playing some all-star football right now. The Pittsburgh Steelers are playing all-star football as well. They go up 2 slots to number 2. And number 1 is not a surprise to any of us. The Kansas City Chiefs, after they took down the Buffalo Bills, who were obviously in the top 10 for the power rankings last night. So, you guys know what time it is. Going to take halftime, come back.
Share that real quick before we go.
Yeah. Let's see. That's a good. Yeah. Oh, dude. The TV one? Yeesh. The dude shot the. Hey, I'm gonna try to find it.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna try to.
I couldn't find it. I want to try to put it up. I couldn't get it off Instagram. So.
Yo, those are some of the funniest things I've ever seen. Is after the Cowboys lose games when they show their fans destroying TVs. I'm like, yo, TVs cost money. I just can't even do it. I've had some heartbreaking times in sports. I will never destroy my TV. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, halftime, 5 minutes. Go use the bathroom. Get yourself a snack. Get yourself a drink. We will be back.
Yes. Peace.
And we're back.
She's going on.
Yes, everybody got themselves a snack during the halftime. All right, before we go to 4 downs, Storm Shadow asks, do you guys think the Patriots and Cowboys should draft for the future?
No.
Cowboys always have a great draft. And that's what I was going to say.
They need to trade for the future.
As much shit as we give Jerry Jones, he drafts very well.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Belichick does not.
Jerry Jones can't get coaches. That's his problem.
Well, and that's what came out, which I didn't get to mention during the game while we were talking about the game, but players are coming out now saying that.
No, don't say that. That's my asshole of the week.
All right. I'll leave that. I'll leave it.
We'll discuss it then. Thank you.
Well, Jonathan, you and I are on the same page then, brother. Because I have that notepad.
All right, man. You ready for some 4
I got
downs?
2 pages. But yeah.
Hey, let's roll with it. All right. So, Jonathan, hit us with it.
First down. Did the Bills turn into a pumpkin?
No.
I just think they got I wouldn't say they turned into a pumpkin, but I think they got exposed a little bit the last few weeks, and people are taking advantage of it.
Mm-hmm. I think the same. Also, you can't forget who they played the past 2 weeks. They played the Chiefs and Tennessee Titans. So yeah, those are 2.
They didn't get blown out. See, here's the thing. They didn't get blown out.
They stayed in those games though. So yeah, I agree. They didn't turn into a pumpkin to me.
They're a young team, man. They didn't get blown out. So hey, I'm good. And you got a young quarterback still learning. But what year is he in? His second year?
Third
year?
Yeah.
Wait till next year. It takes about 3 years to get it right if you can stick around that long.
Well, he's looking good now, though, man. He's you said, he's mobile and he's big and strong, man.
Dude, one last final thought on that before we move to the next down. He has grown exponentially as a passer in his 3 years. He's the only one from that draft class that's went steadily up as far as
he went from what? We went from under 53% to 70%.
He went from Sam Darnold status to remember they got drafted the same draft, so that's the one who ain't went nowhere. But I think like this,
here's the thing. We always say it all depends on where you go. He went to a young progressive coach with a good defense, decent ownership, good GM. Look what he's doing. Sam Darnold went from a owner that like them young assholes, like to go there, talk all that white supremacist bull jive up over there in France with the Frenchies and everything. And then he get secondhand coaches. And then the GM, you don't know who the damn GM is. They change them every damn year. That's why you got the problems you got. What?
All right, go ahead. Talk. Jonathan, second down.
Who's the next coach to get the boot?
Matt Patricia.
I say
really Gates. Before Gates.
I say Gates.
Me and Sloan on the same page. I think it's Gates.
Yeah, I think Gates.
You know what? The problem is that. I mean, I'm not saying that there's no chance of that happening.
You want him back with the Patriots. That's all.
No, I'm saying that the Lions have better ownership and they'll do it.
Yeah, that's true too. I can see your point, but I still think Gase is still on more of a hot seat than Patricia.
The Johnsons.
I think Gates got to go.
All right.
That's an easy one for you.
Real quick before we hit the third down, Matthew says so.
It's okay. I got a 2-minute drill that's real fun.
All right. So before we hit third down, Matthew says, so is the argument that Andy Dalton should have been starting over Dak all year stupid? Yes. That was I never said that at the beginning. I never thought
I don't know who said that. I never said that.
Matthew,
I'm sure.
Matthew,
I heard it, but I never said it.
Matthew, I like your mullet, but you're living in the past, brother. You're living in the past, man. All days are over.
All right, third down, Jonathan.
It's a tough one.
Okay.
Who's winning the NFC East?
Everybody. Everybody.
It's a tie across the board.
Hey, you know what's
everybody gets a trophy. You get a trophy.
All our Friday Night Lights, they're gonna have to flip like a quarter. They're gonna do a coin flip, and then you're gonna Eagles. Yeah. You know what? I think they got the most. They probably got the most fight. I think they got the most fight, and I think they'll.
I say the Eagles too.
Yeah, they got a fight in them.
Okay. Yeah, we were in the Cowboys locker room was fractured.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, Jonathan.
But they don't like your boy. They don't like that retread from Green Bay. That's what that's all about. Like
I'll agree with you on the Eagles. I think it's got to be the Eagles.
Yeah.
Like I said,
I think they found something at the end of that last game.
Hey, like I said last week, when you get the quarterback of the team, get on there and say, "I love what the coach is calling plays and all that." They tell you he ain't like McCarthy. He's like. Did I say it right? McCarthy, right?
Yeah, I was going to say, does he like wings or
like to eat them probably? But PJ, but you see what you understand where I'm coming from, man. How he complimented the head coach. He never said nothing like that about McCarthy. Even when he won a damn Super Bowl, he ain't never said nothing like that. He's like, "Give me my trophy." Shut the hell up. That's all he did.
He didn't say that. Now, toward the end though, yeah, it was time for a change. Go ahead, 4th down.
4th down, PJ. Don't get upset. I need an honest answer from you. I need you to think about it, okay? Is Bill Belichick in decline?
No. I think I if anything, he's gotten more hard.
So is he here? Is he here or is he here?
I'd say steady, I guess. Look.
Yeah.
I think we talked about it, and obviously when we were some of these conversations came during our off-season episodes because we just saw some things that we normally wouldn't see from Bill Belichick, Subway commercials and things. Which I'm not trying to say that that's interfering with his ability to coach because he is fire still. I just think that. I think he's loosened up a bit as far as, just like I said, the commercials. And then you remember, I'll never forget it when he was at the Pro Bowl and they brought him at that halftime or whatever the game was. And he was like, bam on y'all like this. He was like, bam.
Yeah.
Bill, I've never remembered him to do something like that. But, I think he's still steady. I think he's steady.
What about you, Sloan? What you got?
Well, I look at it like this, man. The man still probably forgot more football than we ever would know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
And on top of that, he just doesn't have the roster that he used to have in the past. That's why I think where the decline is, man. I mean, he just doesn't have the roster.
And I agree. It's more or less, I think the best years are behind him, I guess you could say. It doesn't mean he's a bad coach. Mm-hmm. It doesn't mean he's like in a steep decline. But like you said, the tools that he has around him are less than what he had before. So in that sense, it has declined, but it's not per se him. Although in the last game, it made me ask myself this because of some of the decisions that were made. There was a 3rd and 1 call that he could have challenged, but he didn't. Maybe he wanted to save timeouts for the end of the game. He was thinking down there, maybe he needed to challenge something a little bit more, a little bit better towards the end of the game. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. There was a couple. What was it? What I had it written down. There was a 3rd and 4, and he declined a penalty, a hands to the face penalty, and they went ahead and kicked a field goal. I mean, it's just stuff like that I see. It's like that's not good decisions to me. So now, like I said, maybe he's thinking somewhere else, and he probably is because he's such an amazing coach. But to me, there's a little bit of a drop off to me in his decision making, and I don't know. I just see it. Not to say he's a bad coach or that he's going to lose the games for us, but those decisions kind of stick out to me. So there we go. All right, there's my 4th down, boys. Those 4 downs. That was quick. I love it.
Those were good.
Let's
very thought provoking.
Let's blaze it up with the 2-minute drill.
Oh, all right, Sloan. Listen, it's a 2-minute drill. You got to answer quick. You can't be elaborating too much. You did me wrong last week. I was trying to say another question. You plowed over me. I got some good ones, though. You guys are going to like these.
All right,
Most of these guys are fill in the blank, all right?
Okay.
All right. Zeke Elliott is blank.
Decent.
Overpaid.
On that weed.
Yeah, PJ.
Lost without a good offensive line.
Yes. We all remember that. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, Mike Vrabel's 12th man on the field play is what?
It's pretty brilliant.
Smart.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was Belichickian.
Well, yeah. Which
I'm gonna leave that. I'm not gonna talk for 2 minutes.
When Romeo Crennel went for 2, I blank.
Screamed at my TV or my screen.
Yes. I went.
Shook my head. Like, yo, what are you doing? What? Yeah.
Actually, I think I looked at Anthony. And I said, "What is this fool doing?"
Yeah. and then after they didn't get it, you sat back in your chair and you was like, "Yeah, that's my asshole of the week," and you reached for it.
My answer is that's why he's not head coach anyway.
That's what I was going to say too. Not head coach. I said he's not head coach material. That ain't a head coach. That's what I said.
Well, he's not as bad as Lincoln Riley was against Texas. So I mean, hell. You know.
All right. The Dolphins' decision to bench Fitzmagic is what? Is blank.
Expected. I'd say expected.
Too early.
Plan? Would you say plan?
Plan.
That was why I'll finish that for you. That's planned.
Yeah.
All about the paper. All about the paper.
PJ, what did you say?
Too early.
Oh, okay.
Too early. Too soon?
All about the paper. Flag his ass.
Oh, all right. Here we go. Last night's Chiefs-Bills game told me blank.
That both teams are beatable.
Yeah. Yep. That's a good one. Yeah.
They will see each other again in the playoffs.
That's a good one.
Most likely, yeah.
That's a good one. I would say the Bills got some holes to fill.
What are the holes?
Oh, their secondary and their run defense. Definitely the run defense. Go ahead, Anthony.
The Storm Shadow says Sam Darnold needs a good coach and good running back and good wide receiver. Best thing is fire coach this year and start over because that's that. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll find out if it is the Chiefs. If LB goes to the Chiefs and he explodes for the rest of the season, then you could probably go with the I guess the most agreed upon thing is that when you go to the Jets, you
die.
He's had good wide receivers around him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah.
And he had a good running back around him. The coach, I can totally agree with.
Yeah.
Leadership, man. Mm-hmm. It's all about leadership. You know, Woody Johnson want to go on the cheap. He don't want to pay a head coach. He like to put all the money to them hoes out there on them streets.
You got any more in the 2-minute drill?
Yeah, I got a lot more.
Go. Hey, keep them coming.
Packers-Bucks game told me what?
That Aaron Rodgers need to dial it back a little bit. I won't say dial it back. Wait till the season's over with and you holding something before you start doing all that stuff.
No, man.
I would say the Bucks are figuring it out, man.
The Bucks were just on that game, man. That's all.
It told me that Rodgers can't throw a deep ball when there's a 30-mile-an-hour left to right wind.
You're right. It wasn't windy, wasn't it? They were talking about
it. Dude, it was super windy, but that ain't why he missed
the Bucks. I looked at that game. The Bucks just was on. There's nothing the Packers that game and won it.
Well,
you look at everything was just moving. Like after the pick six, man, it went downhill. Mm-hmm. That changed all momentum.
Man, Brady for some reason always brings it to another level when he's playing. When he's playing Aaron.
Yeah, he does. Because the talk leading up to those games is always the same. You know what the talk is. It's got them 12 versus 12. So that's they've only met 3 times. It's fucking ridiculous. They've been in a combined.
But one has been in the AFC and one has been in the NFC. That's why.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Next one. Do you prefer Tuesday or Thursday night football?
Man, I love me some Tuesday night football, and they've been good games too.
Yes.
It was good.
First, I take Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, that's what I said to them. I said, I'll take it every night. Give me all the football.
We suggested a game to you. He was like, man, I ain't watching no damn Tulane. I was like, hey, that's PJ said that's football.
Because you said, oh, there's college on right now. I'm like, what, Tulane? I'm not watching that damn crap.
Football. You said you want all the football.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, not that. You call that football?
I watch football. I even watch Canadian football. I watch high school football. I watch all of them because you see guys that you're going to see in the future, especially in high school. Yeah. Man, you ever watch Georgia high school football that come on TV?
Yeah.
Man, they have some killer games.
Shit, my high school.
All right, here we go.
Too.
I got two more. Boys.
All right.
You really got to think on. You got to think of these last two, okay? You got to think quick.
All right.
What coach's wife do you feel the worst for?
What?
Yeah. What coach's wife will you feel the worst for? That coach has got to go home to that wife. What wife do you feel bad for?
It all depends how ugly she is.
But think about the coaches.
Is she ugly?
The coaches.
I'm trying to think about.
I'll have to go Matt Patricia's wife, I guess.
That was a good one. Mine was a toss-up between her, Patricia, or Belichick. Imagine Belichick coming home and analyzing.
I think, but
Belichick's not even married. He's not even married.
Melinda. Well, you know what?
She's a side bitch.
Yeah, but
she's not even a wife.
I'm sure she probably already knows the drill though. Like
she's a side bitch. That's why she ain't doing it wrong. She tried to stay on that payroll. She ain't on back talk.
So what coach do you what wife do you feel bad for?
Any wife.
Adam Gates.
Oh, you gotta pick one.
That gets fired.
Adam Gates. He come home and he's like,
yeah, that's exactly.
Any wife that husband gets fired and she just bought that new Mercedes Benz. That's who
got fired. Quinn?
Any coach that gets fired, I feel sorry for his wife because somebody got to pay for that. She ain't getting out there to that hustle.
All right, hit the last one, John.
Last one. All right. You're the wife of an NFL coach. Your husband is who?
Matt Patricia.
Yeah.
Man.
No, man.
You gotta go.
Cliff Kingsbury. Remember that? Remember when the pictures of his house came out?
Oh yeah.
That dude can still lay the pipe, man. That was my pick.
Or Sean McVay or something.
What about Kyle Shanahan? You think he's too uptight?
You guys are so disgusting.
Well, you got to pick somebody, Sloan.
I can't pick nobody, man. I don't be looking at nobody wife
like that. Oh, jeez, come on.
Hey, I look at strippers. I look at real women. Some strippers up in here.
But if you were that stripper, what coach would you want to be with?
Hey, look, let me make it rain. Wait,
if you were that coach, what coach would you want to be with? Come on now.
I don't know, man. Shit, I like
blushing.
If you're a stripper, you want that linebacker coach from Miami a few years ago.
There you go.
There you go. Who's the coach for who's that coach from on the 49ers? The bald guy.
The defensive coordinator.
Oh yeah. I came Salah.
All right, let's move on.
For real.
That was a 20-minute drill. That was good. I got some really good questions, man.
That was worth some good ones. All right, y'all. We're about to move into this next segment. Staple on the show. Hell yes or hell no. I don't know if y'all have one, but I have one, and I'm just gonna go ahead and hell yeah.
Stop it.
Hell yeah or hell no. this is Ryan Fitzpatrick's final season in the NFL.
Hell no.
Hell no.
He'll sign one more year, $10 million somewhere.
No, he gonna sign. He gonna be the baby coach for Tuba.
He might stay down there.
Yo, he might. And what if he retires playing and just be like, I'm going to be a quarterback's coach?
He can. You're right. I'll just get ready to say that. I mean, the dude is his skill set ain't the greatest, but he's smart as hell.
Man, he said John worried about who could lay him the best pipe.
That's what he said
I'm comfortable in my sexuality, man.
Hey, man, you know what? It went above my head, John. John, I ain't even get mad at you, baby. Look.
Hey,
man, you didn't even answer the damn question, so you can't say nothing, man.
What the fuck you
gotta play along. I asked you the question so you can answer. You didn't even.
I did answer the question. I said I want to be a stripper.
All right. Final stretch.
Let's go!
Jesus Christ! Can we all be so crunk as
I want to be that.
Matthew Doherty.
I can.
I want to be that coach.
All right, you guys. Y'all got a hell yeah, hell no.
Yeah, last week shows that Gronk knocked the rust off. He's back, and he's going to be a beast for the rest of the season. Hell yeah, hell no.
He should have been my asshole of the week.
I'll say hell yeah.
I'm getting hurt too much. I don't want to play no more.
How much gear he's taken in the last several weeks that's going to determine his success coming up. That's what I look at that shit. You can say what you want to say. You ain't going to just walk off the street, walk back on in the league. You got to be juicing. You got to hit that gear, man. Spend
after a year, yeah.
You gained 40 pounds in 2 months, all muscle, 4% body fat. Baby, you know what you're doing. You got that syringe rolling up in that skin popping. Ain't nobody go gain no damn 40 pounds, especially no 4% body fat. Come on, man.
All right. So before we wind things down, let's move to one of our favorite segments of the show, where we like to call out somebody who this weekend in professional sports was just an asshole.
What an asshole!
So, anybody want to go first? You want me to go?
Yeah, I'm going first.
Go ahead.
I'll piggyback off you, Sloan. Go ahead, man. Because we got the same one, I think.
My asshole, man, it got to be the Dallas Cowboys head coach. You know damn well your best friend don't need to be coaching that team, and you didn't convince Jerry Jones to keep him on as defensive coordinator. He's an asshole, big time. He need to go.
All right, Jonathan.
Mine was the players for talking so much shit to the media about the coaches. You need to keep that in-house. You know what I mean?
That is true.
And I don't like that. You know, maybe the things that they were saying is true. You know what I mean? The preparation wasn't there. The bad decisions on the coaches, and no adjustments in the game. The coaches just not being good at their job. You don't need to be out in the media saying that stuff, especially after what happened to your team. So I thought that was bad taste. And they're all a bunch of assholes for whoever said it and whoever did it. So that's my asshole week.
Well, I guess you and I were on the same page then. On different.
Oh yeah, that's why I said I'll piggyback off what you said.
Yeah.
I gave mine earlier, Romeo Cornell.
Yeah, bad. Could have got yourself a dub.
Those guys in that locker room needed that win.
Yeah,
and you stole it away from them. Snatched defeat from the clutches of victory.
Which coaching tree he come from? Which coaching tree he comes from?
Don't matter. It don't matter.
Yeah, it does.
So
that was 20 years ago.
Hey, check this out though. Look at Andy Reid coaching tree. The head coach of Philadelphia Super Bowl. The McVay, Shanahan. Think about his coaching tree.
But they're all trying to be their own person. They're not everybody else that comes from Belichick trying to be Belichick.
That's the difference. That's the difference. You don't want to be like Andy Reid. Andy Reid is like a mad scientist, man. I'm happy for him that he did win the Super Bowl. He deserved it.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, nobody's arguing against that. Yeah. So for me, obviously, I mentioned it earlier when we first started to show off Kirby Smart. Just because you're leading at halftime doesn't mean you don't have to make halftime adjustments. We all know that. You have a certain game plan, and if it's working, you stick with it to a certain extent. I thought they should have.
You still have to change it up in the.
You have to because we've all witnessed the ultimate, the best halftime adjustment I've ever seen in my entire life. Happened to me 3 seasons ago when Nick Saban went with Tua out of halftime and clapped us up good. That's the best halftime adjustment I've ever seen in my entire life. He benched Jalen Hurts, who was his Heisman candidate quarterback, and put Tua in the game, and the rest is, as they say, is history. So Kirby Smart, unless you got to do some kind of overhaul or something, it's just not working. It's not working.
You know what you say, PJ? I mean, AC. You basically saying he's not creative.
Not creative. It's whatever he's doing, it's not working. So you've tried it several seasons now, and you've got you've had a team from the SEC West just put you on your back the past 3 or 4 seasons. So what he needs to do something, or they need to replace that. Go with a new direction, a new culture in the locker room. So yeah, that's my asshole of the week, man.
Okay, wait a minute before you get off this one. Who would you bring in? Who would you bring in as a coach? If you're gonna get rid of somebody, you got to have somebody in mind already. Can't just fire a guy.
I don't, because I'm not Georgia.
No,
I can just say he's not working. So that's what I can say. It's their job to go out there and look in the ether for somebody else to come in. Bring somebody, bring anything will be better than what we've had. You can say all you want about, we went to these SEC championships the last 2 or 3 years. You ain't won nothing. Participation trophies is what we got. Shelf line with them right now, except for 1980 when we had Herschel Walker, and then we won national championship.
Hey man, he support Kelly Loeffler now.
Yeah.
Hey man,
all right.
Try to get that check. Hey man, Daddy. Hey,
let's
let Trump call me. Hey, Trump, my guy.
All right, Jonathan, you got next week's games ready so we can run through these.
Did you want to go over to last week? You want to take a peek at that?
Yeah, throw it up there. Did you share it?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, so last week, just rough on the season. The season is not looking good.
Man, that was ugly.
Yeah, it was. That one messed me up right there, that Cowboys pick. Man, because I wasn't going to pick them. Damn. But anyways.
PJ, take the Cowboys helmet out of there, man.
I got to take the Jets one out, the one that I picked last week.
Yeah.
I picked the Jets for myself, so you want to talk about helmet picks? Come on.
You did. You picked 3 bad ones last week, though. So, I mean.
All right,
let's apologize.
Let's run.
All right, hold on. I'm pulling up right now, man.
Well, we'll just write them down.
All right. Well, I got it ready with the year-to-date and everything.
Well, yeah, we can go over that. So
yeah, but I could pull that one up. I mean, just if you could type in there fast, or one of y'all can write them down, we'll just go with
That's
it.
What I've been doing. So that's fine. You do write them down anyways, though, PJ. Let's go.
I do.
Let's do these picks.
All right.
So I got a helmet pick for John first because he's 43 of 75 for the year.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'll let you write them down. I'll write them down too, and then we'll just go ahead and I'll write them in after.
You ready for your pick?
No.
But go ahead and pick it.
Well, ATL Falcons.
Oh. Who they got?
Lions, Falcons. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Now I'm picking for Anthony. Mm-hmm. Anthony is 46 to 75 for the season. So y'all are playing each other this week.
Nice.
Winnable game. Yes.
Here I'm picking for myself. I am 47-75 for the season. Texans.
Y'all playing the old boys this week.
All right, here's Sloan. Sloan is 48-75 for the season. Sloan got the Bungles.
I got the Bengals. Oh my goodness. That's gonna kill my average, man.
Oh man.
Depends on who they playing.
They're playing the Browns. That might not kill your average. Shoot.
Well, you know what? That's an interdivisional rivalry game. That's basically as a toss-up.
Yeah.
You can be really good or really bad.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right. I'm looking at it right now. Giants, Eagles at the top. I'm gonna go Eagles.
Eagles for me too.
I'm going Eagles.
Yeah. Eagles. Good.
All right. Game number 2, Steelers, Titans. Woo! Is this the game of the weekend, guys?
It might be.
2 undefeateds. You know what? It's in Tennessee. I'm going to go ahead and say Titans, man. Oh, yeah, this is a replay from the game that got postponed a couple weeks ago for the COVID. Yes. I'm going to go Titans.
I'm going Titans too, man.
I'm
going Titans on that one.
I'm going Steelers.
Why are you going Steelers, Jonathan?
Because you want to be.
Because I don't think the Titans are going to be able to keep up.
You know, when you say it like that,
I'm going Steelers too. That man, the Titans had a rough time at home with Houston.
I'm going Steelers too, Jonathan. Put me down for the Steelers.
I'm sticking with the Titans.
All right.
I'm going Steelers. I think I'm going to go with the Steelers.
All right, next game, Bills, Jets, Bills. That's coming off 2 straight losses. They trying to demolish people. And it's the Jets, so he just put Bills for everybody without him saying.
I am.
Washington Cowboys.
I'm going Bills too, Jonathan.
Yeah, he got you. He already
I wrote it in there, buddy.
Yeah, Washington Cowboys. Woo.
I'm still going Cowboys.
I'm going Cowboys.
Okay. I'll go Cowboys. Yeah, give me Cowboys.
Damn it, man! It's so hard to pick after that freaking Andy, freaking Dalton.
I know, man.
Oh,
I think they'll bounce. I think they're going to bounce back. That's just yeah. This is their win number 3.
That was his first time out. That was his first time out.
All right, I'm gonna go Cowboys. Damn it, it's gonna screw me again. But everybody going Cowboys, right? All right.
Mm-hmm. I can't pick the next game, so.
Neither can I. PJ.
Detroit or Atlanta? You know what? I'm going Atlanta. Sloan, they're playing at home, but you won't be there. Who are you gonna?
No, I'm going with the Falcons. I'm gonna pick the Falcons.
Yeah.
I think they got a little taste of victory. I think they're gonna try to make it move again.
Would you have picked Falcons there, Anthony?
Me? Yeah, I would have. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Is it all right? Next game, Browns, Bengals. I am going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Well, that's my bag pick, so I can't help but to go with them.
Mm-hmm.
This is a tough ass pick right here.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, you know what? It's just as tough as Washington and Dallas.
Dallas.
Yeah, and that's actually a good. This is usually a good game, isn't it? When they play.
Yeah. No. I think it's going to be a great
Battle of Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go Cincinnati.
Yeah,
they're due.
And also if Cincinnati gets out ahead of the Browns like they did the Chargers. Browns ain't coming back from that.
Yeah, Odell Beckham's he's on the sideline talking smack and
Jonathan went with the Browns. He slid him in there. I see that.
Yeah.
He didn't even say it. He tried to slide it. Next game, Panthers, Saints. I'm going Saints.
I'm going Saints too.
Caught me. Damn
it. New Orleans for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I'm going Saints. Off a bye, you better be better be picking the Saints.
Michael Thomas coming back. I mean, like Sloan said, he still probably can't throw. Michael Thomas can still catch it after 7 and run for 20. So
that's what I'm saying. He ain't gonna be
get that yak. Get that yak.
Packers, Texans. Obviously, Packers for me.
I'm going Packers too.
They need to go insane.
They're gonna be pissed off because the way
they better be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Packers on that. It's a tough pick for me, really.
And if you got Rome out there making them kind of decisions, then Big Rome.
Yeah, that's true. The coach will lose the game for him.
Patriots, 49ers, Patriots. Obviously, I'm going Patriots. Oh shit, Jimmy G coming home this week.
I'm going New England also.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might just go with the New England. Cam gonna light their ass up. You watch, because Cam had a bad week coming out. He ain't gonna do it.
Coming off a loss, that's the game plan gonna be wild.
And they know how Jimmy G is.
Jimmy G about to see some kind of packages come at him like he ain't seen in probably a few since he was practicing against the Sky.
Yeah.
Woo! Like we always talk about this division, Seahawks, Cardinals. Woo!
I'm going with the Cardinals. Put me down for the Cards, baby.
Okay.
You know, I got to pick my team.
The only reason I'm going with the Seahawks is because they're coming off a bye. I'm gonna
go
Seattle all the way.
I didn't know that.
Otherwise,
I'm going with Seattle too because you're right. I didn't know they was coming off a bye.
Yep.
That's gonna be rough there.
Metcalf's even stronger now, if that's possible. Have you seen him? Ridiculous.
Yeah, dude. Me and PJ were talking about. I said that dude looks like a fucking I don't know what he's made out of. Chiefs, Broncos. I'm gonna go ahead and say Chiefs, Broncos got them. You know they're coming off a win. I think they're ripe for the smashing. They got a good defense, Broncos do, but I don't think they're
KC without a doubt on this game.
Yup. I agree. Sloan?
I'm going with the chefs.
They cooking.
They cooking. The next game is disgusting. Ugh.
I'm going with the Chargers, man. I think.
I'm gonna go Chargers too.
I think young boy gonna pull it out.
Ugh.
That's an ugly game.
Yeah.
Oh, PJ, you going with Chargers or what do you think?
Chargers.
All right. Yeah, me too.
Next game, Bucks Raiders. You talking about straight up? What is this? Is this Monday night or Sunday night?
Sunday night.
Sunday night. Tampa Bay.
Tampa.
Ah, man.
I'm going with the Raiders. I'm going with that's gonna be my upset special.
Yeah, give me the Raiders, man. I don't know if the Bucks can repeat that performance.
That boy arm gonna be tired, man. Shit, he need 2 weeks in between.
That's not why, but I'm just
PJ, you going Bucks?
Yes.
Last time we saw the Raiders, last time we saw them, they just straight clapped Kansas City's cheeks. So I got to stick with them Raiders.
I'm going with the Raiders, man.
I'm going Raiders at home.
And the Raiders just came out
off a bye.
Yep.
Yeah, they came off a bye. Yeah. If the Bucks, they'll win if they can sustain what happened this past weekend. But if Derek Carr don't give them a pick 6 in the first quarter, I don't know if they're doing it.
I just don't think that they have the defense and the way Tampa's defense played last week.
Oh no, Raiders don't have the defense, but their offense was. I think their offense might do the trick. Bears, Rams, yo.
It's a good game, actually. Good game because of the Bears.
two defensive lines that are just just straight fire. I'm gonna go Rams because they're at home.
I'm going with the Rams because the Rams have a better quarterback.
Yes. And I think Sean McVay's going to cook up some of those things. It's going to get Khalil Mack with his head turning side to side, like where this ball going, because they got to do something better than they did against the 49ers. So
right.
I'm taking Chicago.
Oh, going with the
I was thinking about taking them too. I'm going to take them too.
That's it.
Different.
Yeah, this is that's gonna decide some things for sure.
That's it.
We went with a lot of different picks as far as these games go, man. So you guys, man, final thoughts on this week in football, man. What was final thoughts before we wrap this up?
Let's hope that there's no more COVID outbreaks. It seemed like got quieted down, so I'm hoping that we can get through. If we get through a week without COVID, these players, stay put and don't go to and the coaches don't go to like baby showers and stuff like that. And
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I agree. I remember we were talking earlier in the week. I said they probably need to take a couple weeks off just to but I also think, me and PJ was talking the other day, I said, I think the NFL doesn't care anymore. I think it's a team could have several outbreaks and they'll still just play that game. They're just not going to do any more of that postponement. But like you said, I hope there's no more. I hope, people stay put. They actually concentrate on some football for the rest of the season. Yeah. PJ, you got some final thoughts?
Man, Jonathan said it just exactly what I was thinking.
They ordered. What's up, Sloan? You got some final thoughts, man?
Whoo, man. Just everybody got to be smart and stay healthy. Too bad, the best people that gave you the best example of how to handle this COVID thing was the NBA.
Yeah.
The NBA. Once they got rid of the kind of guys that didn't want to be there, it went off without a hitch. I think a lot of it too, just personal responsibility from the players, man. Your teammates depend on you, and you out taking risks. You got to put yourself in the bubble pretty much.
Yeah.
And because you're going home with your families, you got to tell your family, hey, look, you putting our livelihood at stake. This is you too. You benefit what I do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's how I see it.
Yeah, and I feel the same way. That's my final thoughts. That just y'all players out there, stay safe. Whether you talk college is a lot harder because you got these young kids, but coaches need to take control of that and make sure that dudes is following the rules as they're supposed to be doing. So we're gonna go around the horn. PJ, tell them where they can find you.
Find me on Instagram at i.r.pj.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at i.r.jonathan.
Find me at Sloan at getfitwithsloan.com.
And you can find me on all forms of social media at 2279ACS. And you can find Instant Replay. Search it on YouTube. You'll find the channel there. It's on Facebook, Instagram. Just search for Instant Replay. Look for the football field with the headphones and the microphone logo, and you have found the right place. Ladies and gentlemen, this is this has been episode 7 of Instant Replay, going over week 6 in football, and we'll see you guys next Tuesday going over some more.